What Hollywood's costumes couldn't hide. What did the Dream Factory do to keep certain proportions from overshadowing performances? From appetite-suppressing pills for a youthful sidekick to 3 a.m. seamstress rescues? From horsehair padding sewn into silky drawers to $1 million insurance policy on one rock star's most discussed feature? Tinseltown went to extraordinary lengths. Tarzan's loincloth barely held up. Robin's cape doubled as a cover-up. Sinatra allegedly demolished custom tailoring nightly. Milton Berle flashed just enough to claim the crown. And Hitchcock's leading man supposedly had no issue revealing what his characters never did. Tonight, we peel back the curtain on 11 infamous Hollywood myths. A statuesque action icon, a debonair swordsman who serenaded ivory keys without using hands, and a glitter-soaked rocker with the industry's most lucrative legend, all prove that what wasn't shown on screen loomed even larger. Strap in. We're diving beneath the silver screen. Number 1, Milton Berle, the measuring stick of myth. Milton Berle didn't run from the joke, he made it his brand. In smoky vaudeville green rooms, men would measure egos in inches. Berle, legend says, would begin to unzip, prompting someone to shout, "Milton, just show enough to win!" He'd grin, oblige, and never lose. When television tried to tidy him up, wardrobe departments panicked. Heavy wool trousers, pinstripes designed to confuse visual cues, reinforced seams. None of it guaranteed safety. During one live broadcast, Berle's enthusiastic high kick sent producers into frenzy. Cutting to a sponsor slid so fast the jingle missed its cue. Berle, of course, found it hilarious. He recounted the tale on talk shows for decades, always adding embellishments, always getting the last laugh. In private, he leaned into the legend. Signed rulers and measuring tapes were his favorite gag gifts. He once mailed Johnny Carson a custom novelty shaped like a question mark with a note, "Still bigger than your ratings." Even into his later years, Uncle Milty protected the myth. When cast posthumously in a fictionalized ensemble about early TV, prosthetic designers reportedly needed to recalibrate costume codpieces. His exaggerated legacy was still throwing off symmetry. Berle understood something rare in showbiz. If the world is already talking, give them the punchline, and make sure it's yours. Number 2, Frank Sinatra, tailored for secrets. Sinatra's presence was all polish. Tailored suits, crisp hats, sharp lines. His secret weapon? Silk underwear reinforced with horsehair. Designer Cy DeVore customized every inch to maintain the silhouette. Ava Gardner quipped, "He's 110 pounds, 10 of them memorable." After each show, assistants reportedly discarded shredded undergarments like biohazards. George Jacobs, his valet, claimed, "We packed backup trousers like medics carry gauze." He rarely addressed it, but when Dean Martin mocked the rumor with padding, Sinatra gave one look, and the gag collapsed in laughter. Private nerves, public bravado, a paradox that kept his legend neatly hemmed and buzzing. Number 3, Errol Flynn, keys, cocktails, and chaos. Errol Flynn wasn't built for silence. Legend has it he once played "You Are My Sunshine" on a piano, with no hands. Audience? A party of scandal-hardened Hollywood elites. Even his trial over statutory allegations couldn't dim his reputation. Cleared or not, in Like Flynn was born. Studio wardrobe teams invented phrases like "belt flexibility allowance" to describe what was really happening under those swashbuckling outfits. He owned it. In his memoirs, he called himself a walking monument to pleasure. A co-star remembered, "He entered a room like a rumor, subtle at first, then absolutely everywhere." If Brando smirked, Flynn smirked and poured you a drink. Number 4, Marlon Brando, rebel without undergarments. Brando didn't believe in limits, not emotional, physical, or sartorial. During Sayonara, costume crews added invisible weights to silk robes to avoid unintentional outlines. Brando cut them out with scissors, claiming, "Freedom of motion is in the contract." When asked about rumors, he'd sprawl across chairs, smirk, and say, "Write what sells, sweetheart." Boom Mike Dips got a rise out of him too. "Watch it, you'll scare it," he'd tease. Later biographers noted that wardrobe notes from Last Tango in Paris referenced comfort radius protocols. Friends rolled their eyes. Brando's radius had no limits. Quincy Jones famously compared him to a mailbox. Brando just grinned. Number 5. Gary Cooper, stoic star, strategic tailoring. Gary Cooper's A.W. Shucks charm made him a national treasure. But according to Lupe Velez, he was more grand piano than harmonica. His image needed careful protection. Fan magazines published photos of him in prayer circles and on fishing trips. Meanwhile, costume designers labored over stitching distraction deflectors into his jeans. During the Westerner, a cinematographer's note read, "Use long lens. Avoid direct frontal approach. Translation, steer focus elsewhere." Patricia Neal confessed her love for him was delicious and exhausting. Another actress once joked horseback scenes needed 2 continuity checks, one for saddles, one for shadows. Cooper never confirmed nor denied. He just smiled and let them wonder. Number 6. Forrest Tucker, the chief who made waves. Forrest Tucker embraced legend. His nickname, the Chief, wasn't about leadership. It was anatomy code. At Hollywood pool parties, he'd cannonball in and surface to cheers not earned by his resume. Wardrobe hated seeing him on casting sheets. During Anti-Mame, his white breeches caused such distraction they were allegedly photocopied into oblivion. In one film, a trouser seam split mid-take. Tucker shrugged, grabbed a prop blanket, and finished the scene. At rap parties, he'd challenge co-stars to measurement contests. One onlooker peeked once and gasped, "The Grand Canyon!" Myth or memory, Tucker leaned into the chaos. Few had the presence, or the gall, to do it so openly. Number 7. Charlie Chaplin, the smallest giant. Chaplin built an empire on tiny gestures. The little hat, the crooked walk, the sad eyes. But actress Louise Brooks's comment, "genius in every sense," launched a new wave of whispers. Control obsessed him. Every stitch of the tramp's outfit was calculated. So were the concealed panels sewn under his trousers. One assistant claimed they were for balance and discretion, not bulk. Privately, though, Chaplin wasn't shy. His dating history sparked lawsuits and headlines. At one dinner, he allegedly used a breadstick as a cheeky prop. Gloria Swanson reportedly laughed until she cried. Today, his image is iconic. But behind the scenes, even the great silent performer had rumors that screamed. Number 8. John Ireland. Too much to contain. John Ireland didn't land many lead roles, but he left a big impression, sometimes literally. While filming Red River, a camera operator reportedly begged to cut Ireland from a shot because he kept shifting the horizon line. Director Howard Hawks, known for zero tolerance, allegedly exploded. "Tell him to learn subtlety or stay off my set." His clothing was custom fitted with reinforced interiors. One designer claimed her measurements required second opinions and double-layered cotton. When asked about the chatter, Ireland would just smile, say, "Focus on the acting," and walk away. His mystery endured precisely because he never fueled the fire. Hollywood thrives on what isn't said. Number 9. Robert Mitchum, the slow-talking shockwave. Robert Mitchum operated in low gear, cool voice, heavy-lidded eyes. But the rumors said not everything about him moved so slowly. On the set of Out of the Past, a camera grip joked the shadows weren't from the blinds. Mitchum just grinned. Studios wanted to mold him into a brooding, intellectual cowboy. Mitchum would puff a cigarette, glance sideways, and say, "Only lie to me if it's interesting." Wardrobe designers layered up. Thick fabrics, loose fits, strategic belts. Still, a publicist once claimed a promo photo had to be retouched because the outline overwhelmed the frame. Anecdotes abound. A naked hotel lobby stroll with just a towel, resting low, a clerk too stunned to look up. Mitchum winked, handed over an autograph, and quipped, "Higher, son." The autograph's higher. Subtle menace was his signature. But off-screen, Mitchum's legend wasn't subtle at all. Number 10. Anthony Perkins, shy on screen, rumored bold behind it. Anthony Perkins made vulnerability into high art. Shaky voice, hunched stance, nervous energy. Yet gossip offset painted a wildly different figure. Longtime friend Tab Hunter once remarked Perkins's bashfulness didn't reach past the belt. Wardrobe staff on Psycho noted frequent adjustment requests. that made sense only if the goal was to minimize, not flatter. One costume assistant said she was told to iron down the silhouette like it owed us rent. Universal reportedly kept a file labeled AP Protect Public Image, filled with stories emphasizing innocence and charm. Meanwhile, reporters who asked about relationships were met with flustered dodges so endearing they cut off their tape recorders out of pity. When he married Barry Berenson, whispers flew. Some called it a publicity shield. Others joked she must have seen everything. If Hollywood's most fragile actor truly carried a reputation that bold, it only made the contrast more mythic. Number 11. David Lee Roth. The 1 million merchandise. David Lee Roth wasn't just being cheeky. During Van Halen's heyday, he reportedly insured his most buzzed-about asset for 7 figures. A PR gimmick or legitimate policy? Roth never clarified. He just flashed contracts backstage, call it protecting the inventory, and let the rumors run wild. Crew members joked their real job wasn't lugging gear. It was safeguarding a franchise. Spandex screamed for mercy, acrobatics defied gravity, and every talk show was loaded with innuendo. Where Golden Age stars relied on stuffing and seams, Roth's era just called the insurance agent and dared anyone to top it. Hollywood has always been a playground for speculation, and these 11 men turned their myths into legends. Some went to great lengths to hide the truth, others let the rumors flourish, and a few, like Milton Berle, built careers out of the whispers themselves. Whether it was Chaplin's diminutive frame hiding a much larger story, Brando's refusal to be confined by any fabric, or Sinatra's custom undergarments keeping his swagger intact, these larger-than-life figures prove that sometimes it's not what you see on screen that captures attention. It's what's left to the imagination. So, which one took you by surprise? Was it Sinatra's horsehair lingerie? Brando's freedom in everything? Or perhaps the jaw-dropping tales of Milton Berle's legendary measurements? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button for more Hollywood scandals, secrets, and stories. Who knows? Next time, we might just uncover another hidden gem tucked inside the glittering world of Tinseltown, waiting to be revealed. See you in the next one.